So Chad, if you guys don't know who this is, I think she's like some OnlyFans creator that like went Wall Street or something, but she basically went on to talk, I don't know why she's doing that. AOC, this is what drinking water in Georgia looks like after Meta began data center construction in the community.
I have a jar right here. This is the current drinking water in Morgan County, Georgia. Right after a data center was constructed, the Meta data center was constructed. The only difference between the clean water and this was that data center. I have another one as well. So this wasn't just one well. These wasn't just one family's situation. This is what the drinking water now looks like next to that data center. And
what's the difference between a data center and a data center?
I think both of us can agree that neither one of these things are drinkable. These families now have to ship, in a rural area, have to ship water to their house in order to cook and bathe themselves.
I'm kidding. Holy shit.
Now, I'm curious if the EPA plans any investigations on how data centers are affecting water quality and availability. I understand what you said about the rule, but are there going to be any open investigations on this issue?
So as soon as I get back to the office, I will be looking into exactly what you've just talked about.
Bro, listen, I don't know if you guys saw that viral thing where that like guy has a mask on the Fox News. This is just Mark Zuckerberg with the fucking mask. Are we really pretending that this isn't some play school bullshit? That just Zuck. That's the Zuck in a mask pretending to be a fucking woman, bro. What are we pretending? He obviously fired his makeup artist. This is all you're getting? Come on.
Because anywhere,
Zuck.
Whatever type of construction it is a priority to ensure that water quality standards established by EPA are being met. And so we'll be looking into that certainly.
Thank you. I sincerely appreciate that because I think this is of utmost importance, and we're seeing this happening across the country. I'd also like to ask about the administration's
I would 100% do that, Zuck.
This couldn't just be a DM. This couldn't just be a DM to this girl. She had to get in front of the stand, do all this stuff, and just say, I appreciate that. Come on, bullshit. No, you're not appreciating anything. You are there to fight, Mrs. Cortez.
Build more data centers by fast.
She is hot. I will give it to her. She is hot. She's real hot.
Fast-tracking construction. Because the administration's been issuing executive orders to fast-track data center construction when we know that water quality is encountering major issues. Are there any mandates for data centers to do water quality testing prior to construction?
Of like coming from a public water supply, drinking water supply sampling?
Wells, yeah.
I'm not aware of anything like that. However, it doesn't mean I'm just not aware of it. It might exist, but I'm not.
Yes, of course. You know, I think it's important that, you know, you as an agency official, we have to make sure we're doing these investigations. And then us on a congressional level.
Yo, wait. We got an old viewer chat. Yo, I noticed you started streaming on here. Why did you stop streaming on Twitch? Thought you hated shitty kick, but anyways, hope you've been good, and I'll start watching on here. First of all, welcome back. Welcome back, bro. The reason why I moved is the data centers. I don't know if you heard, the data centers over at Twitch, there's a lot of dirt in the water, and that dirt a lot of times usually gets exposed in the month of October for some reason. I don't know why they always have to do that. So there's no dirt over here, which is great. We're already in the mud.
I'd like to note that I think
so
it's of
fucking data
utmost
centers.
importance that we also launch congressional investigations into this matter as well,
But
so that we can partner with the EPA.
She looks like the kind of gal that would yell at you for leaving the seat up.
Yeah, but she'd be great in bed.
Drinking water for this country continues to be safe and accessible for the American people. So thank you, Administrator.
Thank you.
She'd be great in bed. Like, don't even try it. Anyway, I mean, look, this is seriously a problem where I'm personally upset that Mrs. Cortez isn't grabbing her 2 jars, but this is also showing a serious issue, which is the drinking water around these data centers, also known as data centers, are not really drinkable. This is something from someone's water and someone's well, which shows that the data centers are causing a huge problem around people in America. And if you're going to be building these things, you're going to talk about how great the jobs are going to be, how they're going to be building new jobs, building infrastructure. Great. What about the water? Remember Flint, Michigan, chat, that whole fiasco that happened like 10 years ago with the water, how bad that was? You know, People couldn't be drinking for fucking days. They had to get new water supplies. So if these data centers are shelling out billions and billions of dollars for these things, they definitely should be filling in. They will be shilling out money, for the public, because they have to. Because if they don't do that, their stock price will get hurt.
They got that water from your toilet.
It will definitely make a difference. They will show it out. I don't believe this is going to be normal. I don't think this is going to be some common thing. I do think that this is just some kind of, small issue that will be fixed. There's no way they'll let that happen. It just won't happen. I doubt it. But, chat, there's been a lot of problems in the past 24 hours with AI. Pizza Hut sues for $100 million, claiming the company's AI delivery system made deliveries up to 50% slower. 50% slower, their deliveries. I'm going to tell you something, chat. I had this problem yesterday. I ordered a Subway sandwich at 1 o'clock in the morning, like I always do. I ordered the Subway sandwich. I was waiting for it to come to my fucking door for like 40 minutes. And I'm like, wait, why is the Subway not here? It usually takes like 15 minutes to get here max. Checked what the fuck was, yeah, I actually eat that. Yes, I fucking do. I like Subway, okay? It's homey. So I was waiting for my Subway, right? Not here. Check the app. The dude who was getting my Subway got it and was on a bike, and he never came to my house. And he had an 82% rating.
Italian BMT?
Yeah, the Italian BMT. So the dude on a bike just didn't come to my fucking place. He was sitting there, and he was 11 minutes away. And I'm like, it just seems like he stole my Subway and fucking is now eating my Subway with his friends in the fucking basement. So I try to call him, right? First thing I do is I try to call him to yell at him, and his phone doesn't work. The landline doesn't work. So I go on Uber, and I'm not trying to get my money back. I'm trying to get this guy fired. Fuck this guy, okay? So I'm trying to get him fired, and the first thing I do is I go to start a chat. I click chat. It's like, hey, what's your problem? Didn't get my food. Wow, that's an issue. What would you like? Refund or something else? Something else. Okay. What would you like in the something else category? And it doesn't tell me anything else. I'm like, motherfucker, just let me complain. Let me call some dude from India and yell at him, and he says he's sorry, Mr. Niz, and then that's it. And then I hopefully can get him fired. It took me 5 minutes to get through this fucking AI bitch to get to that Indian dude. And when I can't believe I'm saying this, I was glad to talk to an Indian guy on the phone. What kind of world do we live in? Fuck the water.
Subway
where
eat fresh.
I'm excited to talk to an Indian guy on the phone. Do you guys not think that we're in a serious problem here? That's fucked up, man. I know. It's disgusting what I went through. I'm disgusted, right? Really bad. And that's what happened yesterday. So look at this. Pizza Hut franchise sues over $100 million, claiming the company's AI delivery system made deliveries up to 50% slower. So right now, what's going on is, hey, AI is really not that perfect. And if AI slips up, it's fucked, right? If the AI does things wrong and thinks that it's right, you can go to bed and wake up and you lose millions of dollars as a company.
They have
millions
been implementing
of
these crappy services at Domino's for 2 years now.
Soundhound, huh? Okay, I'll look into it. I'll put that on the watch list. But that's crazy that they've lost over $100 million because this AI delivery system made deliveries 50% slower. And Uber, because I got it on Uber, has the same problem. And that's fucking my fucking Subway. I got so mad. It took me 20 minutes to get to an Indian dude. I was pissed. This is something that is going on all around the world, and everyone is freaking the fuck out. So chat, if you don't know what's going on here, it's Fox News, and this guy is a common person that comes on the show. He is a fucking war person, whatever. He talks, whatever. Look right there. They're saying it's a mask. You see that right there? That this is clearly a mask, and that they're just using people as props to pretend that they're other people.
And the president knows he's in the position to demand those. So I think in that sense, he controls the narrative and when he would strike. I'd also say that patience and the request from Saudi, Qatar, UAE, and the president knows he's in the...
It looks fucking insane. And you can even see like the foil of the mask on the neck, right? Like this is the weird part to me. It's this. Whose neck fat goes over their coat like that? And whose neck fat goes over their coat like this? Isn't that so weird? Another angle? It's the Jews! I knew it was the Jews!
Overlords.
Listen, shout out to your makeup fucking artist that's able to fit that schnauzer into this little nose right there. Insane. Fantastic work, honestly, by that guy. Jesus Christ. Anyway, the Jews are running Fox News. Who would have thought? Wow, surprised me. But yeah, it's a very weird thing that this guy's neck fat looks like this. And people are freaking the fuck out saying that I don't even understand how it would work.
For anything, to negotiate with a clear conscience, to try to meet any of the objectives, to adhere to the ceasefire.
General Keane was with Dane and me yesterday. Let's begin with this analysis.
Pressing means to how to address those. And I wouldn't say after they're used, before they're used. So if Cuba was to be foolish enough to do that, I think the little short of the real objective here. The president has time on his...
Okay, here's my conspiracy theory, okay? I think it's the same guy, all right? I'm not going to pretend I think it's a reptile, all right? But I'll say this. I do think he's wearing a mask.
Smoother.
I think he's wearing a mask, potentially, because I believe that he's wearing a mask because he feels insecure about his neck, right? I think that he feels insecure about this, so he wore a mask over his neck area to make it maybe be better, right? Because his face looks lighter, too. And if you look at his eyes, it does look like there's a mask over it. So I think it's the same guy. I do think he's just wearing a mask because he's insecure. It's some sort of skin adjustment surgery where the skin is posed enough where the guy uses clip to smooth out the skin. But what about the neck area right here?
Of Iran. So he's been very astute in
this is a distraction.
That time. And so I don't see it as negotiation. You can't depend on
this is all a distraction for the Epstein files. We know it.
Iran for anything, to negotiate with a clear conscience, to try to meet any of the objectives, to adhere to the ceasefire.
What do you guys think? What do you guys believe?
On Iran for anything, to negotiate with a clear conscience, to...
I don't know.
I'd like to see him make sure there are no more missiles and drones coming out of Iran, and that's still happening. So that's something that would remain number one in my priority list. If we can make sure they can't project
it's Jeffrey.
Then we have all the time in the world to go in and take out their production facilities, focus on the IRGC, focus on the nuclear power. But we've got to stop Iran from being able to send missiles at UAE and drones at UAE, Qatar, Saudi, and our bases.
Light source 1, the shadow. Light source 2. The shadow from the neck chin gets cut off because of the light from source number 2, which is flat surface. The collar is already casting a shadow from the light 2, and the shadow from chin is colliding with the shadow from the collar, making this effect possible. Nope. The shadows are sharper if the light source is cast by a flat object like a mirror, but if the light source is round or not flat, the shadows become faded in the edges. Well, that's not fun. Why are you trying to explain it?
Let's get some analysis. Vice Admiral Robert Harwood, former CENTCOM Deputy Commander. Thanks for coming back, sir, and good morning to you. General Keane was with Dane and me yesterday. Let's begin with this analysis.
The president has exhibited a huge amount of patience here since the ceasefire on April the 8th, and we've tried to work a deal with these guys.
This as well. They've reconfigured a number of things, I am certain. What do you think the next best today?
Like, look how different his skin looks to that skin. Right? It looks so different. And like, look at the shadow here. It looks so different.
Well, I agree with the general completely, with one caveat. Patience may be a little short of the real...
I'm not a conspiracy person at all, chap. I'm not. Like, I do think that, I do think that kids can see what's inside Cinnamon Toast Crunch.
Okay, I'm going to say it. He's a reptilian, let's be real.
The president has time on his... He controls the narrative, he controls the strike capabilities, and he knows that the policy he set with the blockade has had short-term and long-term effects.
Like, even his mouth is moving weird.
On the regime and the people of Iran. So he's been very astute in leveraging that time. And so I don't see it as negotiations. It really is capitulation. The president's made it very clear. You will not have a nuclear weapon. You will not have the material. Surrender that. And you will ensure that the Straits of Hormuz are open to free commerce, that you have no claims for surcharge.
This is a distraction from the fact Trump is dodging the IRS.
Irreversibly.
No, it's a distraction for the fact that Trump doesn't want to go to his son's wedding.
And the president knows he's in the position to demand those. So I think in that sense, he controls the narrative and when he would strike. I'd also say that patience and the request from Saudi, Qatar, UAE may be more also religious at the moment.
Bro, I don't know, chat. It's weird, man. They turned off comments. It does look weird. Do I think there's actually a mask? Probably not, right? Let's be real. There's no way that some guy got in there, wore a mask, did this. Why would he wear a mask for this and do this? It makes no sense. It makes no sense.
Why does the US have a blockade line when Iran is already blocking ships?
Okay, dude, the reason why we have a blockade line is very simple, okay? Have you ever seen a Kai Cenat stream when he was in New York, okay? We now know that we are never prepared for what can really happen. And right now, Kai Cenat is hiding somewhere in the Iran-Pakistan area. We don't know where he is. We suspect he's hiding because he's not streaming. Once he comes out of hiding, after the third day he rises again, we need a huge blockade to make sure that his viewers, the W kids, cannot get past that line and will not interrupt any of our trades so the stocks continue to grow. And if you don't understand the basics of macroeconomics like that, get the fuck out of my chat. You're retarded.